My sister's husband secretly installed cameras in our house, so I sent him a live feed he'll never forget. I noticed it first in the kitchen. A tiny reflection, like an insect's eye, up near the vent. Too neat to be dust, too round to be nothing. I stood still, holding a mug of coffee. No sound in the house except the clock on the wall. I kept my eyes on that vent for a full minute. Didn't blink, didn't move, just let the details fall into place. Someone had drilled a hole. Someone had set a lens in it. A pinhole camera, cheap but effective. I didn't tell my sister right away. She was upstairs, folding laundry, humming to herself. Married 3 years. Thought she was safe. Thought she'd chosen the right man. But I knew better. Because when you grow up watching people, learning their patterns, learning the difference between a lie and the truth, you can spot a crack a mile off. And this wasn't just a crack. It was a fracture waiting to break wide open. I checked the rest of the house. Took my time. Living room, hallway, bedroom. Found 3 more. Same type, same size. Hidden well, but not well enough. By the time I circled back to the kitchen, I wasn't surprised anymore. I was angry. Not for me. For her. For what he thought he could get away with. That's when I decided he needed to see something, too. A live feed. But not the kind he expected. I waited until my sister left for work. She kissed him goodbye at the door. He kissed her back, smiling like a man with nothing to hide. She drove away, still humming, still in love. He lingered in the driveway, watching her taillights disappear. Then he went back inside, alone, thinking he was safe. I was already in the house, quiet in the corner of the living room. The cameras were his eyes, but I found their blind spots. There's always a blind spot. He sat at the table, phone in his hand, scrolled through feeds I couldn't see. His mouth curved up in a private grin, the kind that tells you everything. I didn't move, not yet. I wanted to know how far he'd gone, whether it was just watching, or more. He swiped again, tapped the screen, paused, then chuckled, low in his throat. That was enough for me. I slipped out before he noticed. Went back to my place 2 streets over. The first rule is patience. You don't confront a man like that empty-handed. You build your case. You turn his own weapons back on him. So I opened my laptop and started planning the feed he'd never forget. I started with the router. Every house has one. Sitting quiet in the corner, blinking its little green lights. To most people it's invisible. To me it's a map. A record of who's been where and when. It didn't take long. His cameras weren't professional grade. Just off-the-shelf junk he thought was clever. They all fed through the same hub. Straight to his phone. Straight to his private cloud. I wrote it down, step by step. Dates, times, file names, proof. Enough to break him wide open if I wanted. But I wasn't ready to burn it all yet. Not without showing him what it feels like. He needed pressure. He needed the mirror turned back on him. I picked one of the cameras in the bedroom. The one aimed at my sister's dresser. Obvious enough if you knew where to look. Sick enough to prove the point. I killed the feed, just for a second. Then replaced it with something of my own. A blank wall. Empty. Harmless. Then a word, written in thick black ink on a sheet of paper. I see you. I let it play for 10 seconds. Then switched it back. Seamless. He wouldn't know if it was a glitch or a ghost. But he'd know one thing for sure. He wasn't the only one watching. He noticed the change faster than I thought. I was parked down the street. Saw him through the front window. Sitting at the table again. Same phone. Same grin. Until it froze. His eyebrows pulled in. He leaned closer. Tapped the screen. Sat very still. A man who thinks he's clever only has 2 moves when he feels the ground shift under him. Deny or attack. He didn't move to attack. Not yet. He looked up, scanning the house like it might answer him. Eyes darting to corners, shadows, vents. Then he stood. Walked slow, deliberate, checking his own work. I could picture it. The panic rising behind his calm face. Every hidden camera, suddenly suspect. Every angle, a potential betrayal. He spent the next hour pacing, checking, resetting, wiping sweat from his forehead when he thought nobody was looking. But I was looking. And I wasn't done. Not even close. That night, he didn't sleep. I know because I didn't either. I was outside, engine off, watching the upstairs windows. Shadows moved past the blinds. Again and again. A restless man, circling his own cage. Around midnight, he sat on the edge of the bed, phone in his hand, staring, waiting for the next glitch. I gave it to him. Another feed, this time from the hallway camera. He expected to see empty carpet and baseboards. Instead, he saw a pair of boots. Black, heavy,